Hi, it's Alaska Granny. Did you read the news? Power outages affect Spain, Portugal, and parts of France. This is alarming that it could be nationwide all of a sudden. And then what do? We know that power outages are inevitable, and I know they've happened to me many times and probably to you as well. So it's a good time to look over our supplies and make sure that we have some emergency gear so we don't panic if the lights go out. I'm in the lower 48 and I'm spending some time with my grandchildren, and I'm using my granny camper, which is my Jayco travel trailer. So because I'm in the lower 48, I can head to the Dollar Tree and make sure that I have some emergency supplies. You can do the same if you have a Dollar Tree near you. What's the first thing you need if the power goes out? How about some emergency lights? You can pick up all different kinds of emergency lights at Dollar Tree. Some that look like a light switch, some that are little reading lights. They have different kind of flashlights. They have all different kind of little emergency lights. I picked up lots of them, but this is just an example of the type of lights that you can pick up for $1.25 at Dollar Tree. Then along with your emergency lights, pick up the batteries that go with them. Pick up extra batteries for the things that you need. You can still get 6 or 8 batteries for $1.25. They may not be the longest lasting batteries, but they're certainly affordable, and the entire package can cost less than one regular battery at the hardware store, which I haven't found necessarily lasts that much longer. So I have had good luck with the Dollar Tree batteries. I know some people complain about them, but I don't. Along with battery-operated lights, you can look for candles. You can find the tall pillar candles. These supposedly can burn for 120 hours, but you don't need to burn them continuously. You can burn them for just the evening hours when you need a little bit of light. So one of these candles could last for several days, many evenings, and can give you a little bit of light. Of course, one little candle isn't going to give you as much light as your regular fixtures in your home, but it's certainly going to give you something. You can always put them in front of a mirror, you can group them together, and you can have a little bit of light that way. I also found a 4-pack of emergency candles, and these are great. These don't burn as long as the tall pillar candle that's in a jar, but these are great. Then you have several longer lasting 4-hour emergency candles. So you could even put them in a jar, fill them up with a little bit of beans to hold them upright, and you have an emergency light. There are all different kind of candles that you can find at Dollar Tree. These are just 2 examples of some of my favorite emergency lights from Dollar Tree. Something else I like to buy so that I can light my candles, emergency fuels, barbecues, things like that, are the long reach utility lighters. These are so handy, especially if you have a long pillar candle, because you can reach down in and light that candle. You can reach into your barbecue, your fire pit, whatever it is that you need to light. These are fantastic. So I always try to have extra of the long utility lighters on hand. I find them to be much handier than just using matches. I don't have to worry about the match box getting wet. The match isn't long enough for me to hold on to it until the candle wick is lit. I just prefer using the long utility lighters. And so while I have lots of matches, and you probably should too, pick up some of the utility lighters. Something not from the Dollar Tree but extra handy is an external battery pack. I bought this one on Amazon. I've used it many times. I love to take it with me when I travel. It has all of the different cords already built in. It can make many charges onto things like phones and iPads. You just plug in the part that you need. It does come with a separate cord so that you can charge it up, and I have found that this has been practically priceless when I've traveled and I don't have a way to charge up other items, electronics, things that I want to use. So if you're ever in a power outage, having something that you can already plug into your phone, your iPad, whatever, is really going to help you so that you have your ways that you can communicate. I like that it comes with a little bag so I don't lose the charging cord, and it's still compact. It can fit into my purse, my carry-on luggage, or my backpack if I'm going out for the day. We all love to eat, whether the power is on or not. So if this is the day that you would want to have the absolutely no cook foods, you can think of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can have snacks, granola bars, packages of applesauce, fruit and nut packs, trail mixes. Look for individual packets of meat. They come sometimes with a little spoon in them, so you can just open it up, spoon it out of the pack, and have something to eat. Pick up some crackers if you like to have these. You can also pick up the little packs of like chicken salad that's in a little can, and in the box with it are the crackers and a little spoon, and those come in lots of different varieties too. I also picked up a can of chicken because that's easy. You can make it into a sandwich, put it on a tortilla, make a wrap with some other things like, how about some already prepared refried beans? You can just cut the corner, squeeze it out. You can also pick up some rice. So maybe you want to serve the rice with the chicken. Make a nice little chicken salad. There's lots of different ways that you can use open and eat foods. We usually have cereal on hand, so I chose an extra carton of the UHT milk, which is ultra high temperature. So this is pasteurized, it's shelf stable, it can stay in your pantry for like a year. And then just pay attention to the date on it. They can last longer, but not necessarily. And then you have milk. So even if your refrigerator stops working because of the power outage, or it just stops working, you can reach into your pantry and you can still have some milk on hand. Don't forget your pets. I picked up a package of dog food for my little dog Teddy so that he has the food that he needs, even in a power outage. Another item to consider from Dollar Tree, look in the party section for the little cans of Fancy Heat. It's like Sterno. There's fuel inside. It's like an alcohol stove. You twist open the top, and there's a little wick, and you use your utility lighter. You can light this wick. These burn, I think, up to 2 hours. You can use it to heat up some water, heat up a can of soup, something like that. If you have something like a butane stove, you still have a way to cook. This butane stove is gas one. They're mostly all the same. And then you need a can of butane. This one is a Sterno, but just make sure it says butane fuel cartridge. Then you want to lift this little cap here, and you take off, if there's a plastic cap on here, you remove that, and then see where there's a notch. You have to pay attention when you're inserting the notch. The notch needs to go up. Just press it in and it's engaged, and then slide down the fuel lock. And you can see it pulled the canister into position and it's ready to go. Now you want to close the lid. Make sure there's nothing flammable around your stove. And you turn the knob to where it says light. And it's on. Then you adjust the flame to where you want it. It's that simple. It's ready to use. If you have a butane stove, you have a simple way to heat up food. You could heat up a can of chili, a can of beef stew, a can of ravioli, soup. There are lots of things you could make. Heat up some water, stir together some instant mashed potatoes, pour something over that, your soup, your chicken, whatever. You can have instant rice. There's all different ways that you can prepare some food, even with no power, if you have something as simple as a butane stove. These are just some suggestions on how to get started to make sure that you are not going to panic if there's a power outage. Should we have something like they just had in Spain, Portugal, and France, where the power went off everywhere for I think more than 9 hours, you don't have to worry that the power went out. You need something to eat, you need some lights to have, and don't forget, even out in your yard, you can put some Dollar Tree solar lights so that these can light the way when you get home. And if the power is still out, you can bring these inside and use them to light up the night in your home. So let us know, What are some things that you would want to have if the power goes out? How are you going to cope? If you have the supplies you need, it's lifestyle insurance, so you don't have to panic. You can make the best of every single day. That's why I'm a prepper. I want things to be smoothly. If something like the power goes out, I can reach into my lights out kit and have some things ready to go, so it's not an emergency, it's an inconvenience. I hope you'll like my video, share it. Please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.